So there's a lot of people on the internet, self-proclaimed manifestation coaches, who are telling you that almost no action or no action at all is required for you to receive your manifestation. It is not the complete truth. And today we're going to break it down because there is such a power to choosing to step into the mindset of manifestation, to literally choosing to be delusional enough to bypass some of the norm of how normal people tend to think, and to master the energetics and to allow your faith to pull you forward, especially when your belief systems are catching up, and then also taking certain actions versus not taking actions, or basically little to no action. And a lot of this video was prompted by some comments that were coming in, especially with the robotic affirmations video, and especially one soul really caught my attention as they explained that they've been robotically affirming that they have a successful business, but it's been 6 months and there is still not a single client in the business, okay? Today, we're gonna talk about manifestation, especially in your business. And we're gonna talk about some other facets that I've noticed is coming up in terms of their body, the appearance, and love. Anyways, we're gonna talk all about that. We're gonna talk about the low vibrational action taking. Is it low vibrational, or is it actually empowering and very necessary? Before we get going, hi, my name is Atena. Welcome to the channel. On this channel, we learn to love ourselves unconditionally and we manifest our dream realities. So if that is something you're interested in, you should consider subscribing. All right, let's start with business. So the first thing I want to open up your mind to is that manifesting money and manifesting money through your business are actually not the same thing. And the reason why I'm mentioning this, because I personally got very confused at this. I actually got so good at manifesting money at some point that I confused the process of manifesting money with growing my business in terms of generating more revenue. I want to break that for you right now, just in case you are also in this. Manifesting money out of thin air is highly possible. In fact, I encourage everyone to do it. It is fun. You know, whether you're seeking to win the lottery, whether you're seeking to receive an unexpected sum of money, maybe I don't know if anyone, does anyone receive checks anymore in the mail? Actually, I have. I have manifested that. So you can receive checks in the mail, you can receive deposits in your account, you can literally find money at the store. That's happened to me too. You can receive gifts on such high caliber of things that you wanted to purchase, which is kind of like receiving money, but in a different way. Like, this is a really fun energy to play with. And in fact, an affirmation that can really support you is money comes to me in all ways, always. Money comes to me in all ways, always. When I started to use this affirmation and did some of the unblocking of the icky feelings of receiving, like, things started to flow. Now, anyone who has been in the world of manifesting money for enough time and has successfully done so, you will recognize that the reason why you still would probably also love a healthy, thriving business is that the business is something that brings secure, recurring revenue. It is like having a job. If you own a business, it's like having a job, but different because it's your business and you get to create it the way you want to, and all of that. Now, when I hear someone saying, I've been manifesting for 6 months and I don't have any clients, you are not necessarily struggling in the energetic realm. You are struggling in the physical 3D tangible realm. As one of my coaches once brutally put it to me, it's not brutal, but it was just like, kind of like, it felt a little, not stupid, but a bit like, wow, how did I forget this? Business is not manifestation. Business is the science of supply and demand. It's the science of commerce. You're providing a service, you're providing an offering, whether it's a digital offering, whether it's a physical offering, whatever it is, there's an offering and you receive money in exchange for that offering, right? There's a science to it. And when we get trapped in just sitting and wishful thinking, and I don't want to demonize that, we're gonna get into it because there is such a magic to it, but we don't take enough action in alignment with that, it will fall flat. And before you take my word, okay, before you even take my word of advice, okay, I want to point out to some very successful manifestation coaches who have taken a series of actions to build their wealth through their business. So one of the first coaches I ever got into was Amanda Frances. Let me know if you know her, drop it into the chat. I love the woman. She's such a queen. I learned so much about money mindset through her. And at the same time, when I was listening to her, I wasn't necessarily taking a lot of actions. When one of my friends went to her in-person mastermind, so Amanda Frances was hosting something in person, and my friend went and she's like, you know, Amanda, I have this really beautiful, insightful offer. I put it up, but no one is buying, and I'm doing all the practices, all the rituals, but nothing is coming through. And Amanda's first question to my friend was, well, what are you doing? And she's like, well, I posted a couple of stories on Instagram, I sent an email, and I talked about it a bit on my Facebook. And Amanda was like, that's it? She's like, woman, when I have an offer, I send an email every single day. And I've been a part of Amanda Frances's email list. I see those emails coming in every single day for 30 days. And she's like, the first time no one buys, and then they see it again and again and again. And there's a part of a marketing psychology to that, because the more someone sees the emails, the more someone's attracted. I think on average, someone needs to see something, don't quote me, like 17 times or 27 times, something like that, for them to really like jump forward and take that action. So there's a lot of marketing into that. There's a lot of strategies into that. Manifestation Babe always talks about how she manifested her business. But what sometimes, like when we get into the manifestation world where we really want quick solutions, we want things to move fast, and I understand that, we forget all the tangible steps that Manifestation Babe took, including hiring James Webmore, I believe that's him, who helped her structure the physical structures of her business. And the woman hustled in the beginning. Both her and Amanda Frances and every other super successful person that you see that talks about manifestation, most of them have a team at this point, even if it's a one-person team who streamlines their processes for them so that they can lean back and relax. And both of them actually talk about how now their money is making them money. So they're not even manifesting their money that much maybe through their business, but rather they use their manifestation mindset to start the business, to align the energetics of their business. They took the physical 3D, and I hate to use the word, but they did hustle. They all say it in one shape, form, or the other. They do not use the word hustle because that word has been so demonized. But they hustled, they got shit moving off the ground, and then let things flow in a really powerful way. There's even this other coach that I followed, I forget, I don't know, her name's not coming to my mind right now, but she's made over 70 million or more in her business, and she teaches all about manifestation. The woman showed up live on her Facebook page, I believe, on one of her social media platforms, every single day for a year. That is 365 lives. So all of, like, I'm using three powerful examples of women who have created successful businesses who are now benefiting from their money, making them money. They talk a lot about manifestation. They took so much action. What they also did is that they didn't necessarily take linear action. So one of the things that I definitely understand that gets us like all gassed up in the manifestation, like juiced up in the best ways, is that we don't believe in just climbing up the steps one step at a time. When we talk about quantum leaping, quantum jumping, these women also took very, at times, risky actions. They wholeheartedly believed in their actions. Their actions would not make logical sense, like this is maybe in terms of the mentors they invested in, maybe investing beyond what would be normal, or choosing to create a program or a process that wasn't necessarily popular at the time, but they wholeheartedly believed in it, choosing different methods of how they showed up. So please, if you are struggling in your manifestations, know that there's a potentiality that you are not taking the very necessary 3D actions. The coaches who come online and tell you that no action is needed in your business are still coming up online and telling you that no action is needed in your business. They're literally selling to you something, like saying that you don't need action, and they're showing up with that action. So there's like a little bit of hypocrisy that needs to kind of dissipate, and I feel like maybe it's not on purpose, but they also want to tell you what you want to hear so that you listen to them and you know, kind of, I don't like to believe in the bad of people, and I don't think people do it intentionally, but they don't realize maybe some of the psychological impact this is having on you. Use the process of manifestation to experience exponential results, to get you out of any type of victim mindset, because there's such a power in that. One of the things that manifestation has really given me, and I'm curious to know if this is for you as well, is that it got me to dream big again. It got me to face my shadow self. It got me to integrate my shadow self. It got me to really feel excited for life and what's possible, and to invite solutions from the field of possibilities and potentialities, instead of looking at something so linear and feeling almost like defeated in some ways, because I'm like, oh my gosh, like this process is so uncertain and it seems so slow. But it doesn't have to be that way. Before I continue, I also want to just quickly share that we have started a Patreon community where we are going to be setting out manifestation goals together. We're going to have challenges, and we're going to talk about the sticky, icky feelings that come when we take those dense 3D actions, how to get into a state of flow, how to feel good when you take the action. And then ask yourself, am I too caught up in the action taking, or am I too caught up in being in the 5D? How do we marry these two worlds? We're going to do that in the Patreon. You're going to have more one-on-one access to me, because as much as I love YouTube, there is a bit more of a barrier on the Patreon. We're going to melt those barriers and we're going to get nice and intimate. So if you are interested, definitely look at the link that I left for you below so that you can join us. Now, I want to really quickly touch on body appearance and then love, because some questions came through. When it comes to your body appearance, manifestation definitely works, right? Epigenetics is a real thing, and it's been quantified by certain scientists like Dr. Joe Dispenza. I highly recommend his book, Becoming Supernatural. He talks about how there's miraculous recoveries, and it's a great book to understand how your mind and body function together with the world of the unseen world, I guess, in some ways. And at the same time, I also want to point it out, like if you want to be fit and healthy, but you sit at home and you order McDonald's every single day and you never move your body is going to shut down. You can literally use the power of your visualization and imagination to grow your muscles. There's a really good book who talks about this. It's called The Brain That Changes Itself, and they did research and they saw, like, if you literally imagine yourself doing biceps curls all day and you visualize it very vividly, your biceps will grow in strength. A lot of athletes use their imagination to see their bodies going at optimum performance, but you still need to take the 3D physical action. Like, those athletes still train a lot, right? They don't just sit there and think. They also take the 3D physical action. So keep that in mind. Your body is a physical vessel with sensations. Treat it with such love and divinity, and use the power of manifestation perhaps to even bring in solutions. Like, there's a moment that I was like, no matter what I eat, I have indigestion. I don't feel good no matter what diet I'm following. And so I manifested solutions for my body. I literally was like, okay, God, angels, universe, I'm willing to see things differently. And one thing after another began to come forward. And fast forward to now, I am almost 40, And I've never felt so energetic, so vibrant, and so healthy in my body. And that's from the power of manifestation versus back in the day when I would just try to take action without putting much energetics behind it. I was like, let me do the grunt work, let me do the research. But that literally led me down one rabbit hole after another that led me to nowhere, versus when I combined the action taking with manifestation, really believing that the solution is coming to me, everything changed. And at the same time, I changed everything. Like, I quit alcohol, you guys. I quit drinking caffeine. I quit having sugars more, almost. I still have Manuka honey, and sometimes I have some sugars, but like nothing compared to before. I've cut carbs and like having more of an animal fat based diet and stuff. So I'm taking the 3D physical action, but this solution came to me through my process of manifestation. Is that clicking? Let me know in the comments if that's landing for you. Now, the final breath, when it comes to love, I definitely believe that this is the one where the least amount of action is required. Though, as a beautiful soul shared with in the video where we talk about manifesting your SP, manifesting that soul love, she's like, I'm an introvert and I don't like to go out. And she recognized that she still needs to go out, like out of her house to meet someone potentially. And the recommendation here is, what do you naturally enjoy doing, beautiful soul? Do you like going for hikes? Do you enjoy cooking? I know I just said I don't drink alcohol, but maybe you want to be a wine connoisseur. Get involved in things that naturally make you happy. Take dance classes, go to tango in your community. Like, just try new things that really fuel your soul, and then at the same time, use the power of manifestation to manifest that love into your life, that beautiful being to your life. And now last thing, because I saw this question coming at the very end about immigration. And it is wild because I worked in immigration for quite a number of years. If you desire to immigrate to another country, there are always solutions. Use the power of manifestation to visualize yourself in that country. Visualize things working out. Visualize yourself getting on the plane, having the right conversations with the right people. If you can afford it, get an attorney, because attorneys will really help. Immigration attorneys, immigration consultants can really help you understand what your options are. Even if it feels hopeless, there are a plethora of ways for you to change countries. A plethora of ways. Manifesting a solution for that will require a lot of energetics and some dense action taking. So I'm thinking, when you talk to a lawyer, when you talk to a consultant, when you fill out those papers, I irk when I had to fill out those papers. But I did it because you need to, you freaking need to. You got this. What you want to do, continue being delusional, continue living from the field of possibilities. And understand that sometimes you can use the vibrational, energetic work of manifestation to move you through the sticky energy, the dense energy of the 3D physical reality. But do not ignore the actions you've got to take. Okay? I really hope this landed with you, and I really hope that it opened up your mind. And until next video, I'm sending you so much love. Bye. Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to the Patreon community. It is such a pleasure and an honor to have you here. This community is for you if you are really seeking to become resilient, positive, to step into your light, to integrate your shadow self. There is so much momentum that happens when we intentionally get together with the intention to set out to manifest our deepest desires. And I love connecting with you on YouTube and other platforms, but in this space, we're gonna get raw, we're gonna get real, we're gonna get a little crazy, a little too crazy, I guess, for the outside world. And we're gonna be setting out some manifestation challenges. And the very first challenge that is dropping in the month of October is that we are going to master taking action in the 3D physical reality without feeling sticky, icky, and that density. a lot of times when we seek to manifest, there are different actions we need to take. But you notice that the moment you come out of the 5D and you come into the 3D and you start taking those actions, it feels sometimes a little heavier, a little more challenging. Doubt starts to flood in. We're going to process that. We're going to build your resilience through that. And this is a challenge that you can do in the month of October, and you might like so freaking love it that you're like, you know what? I'm actually going to commit to this for the rest of the year because it's just that good, and it's going to allow you to master your own sense of self, your energy, your intuition, your self-concept, all of it. This is the power of setting challenges together in a community with support, with love, where you are seen, heard, and felt in a beautiful, powerful, and positive way. So I hope I see you on the other side. You can join this challenge by joining any of the tiers. All of your, I guess, donations, I don't know what to call it. All of it is so appreciated. I appreciate you, and I thank you so much for trusting in me and trusting in this community and investing in with your time, energy, all of that. So I will see you on the other side.